Hello, Rita here. Welcome to New Nail Tech Success, where I help you get started as a nail technician. How you guys doing, my YouTube homies? Happy New Year. I hope everything is going great so far in the beginning of this new year. I'm so blessed to have been able to see 2017, and you guys, I'm so anxious to make some real progress toward my nail technician goals, as well as other goals. So as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be sharing with you why I failed as a nail tech, and I want you to be able to learn from my failures. Okay, I'm a firm believer that you don't have to make every mistake. You can learn from other people's mistakes so that you can get to where you want to get to faster. Okay, so here we go. Okay, the first thing when I was doing my introspection, like we do toward the end of the year, that I came up with was, when I became a nail tech, I was desperate, guys. Desperate. Okay? Desperate. And from my experience, when you do anything out of desperation, it usually does not turn out well. At least not for me. Okay? It does not turn out well. Because you're too emotionally charged. Okay? When you're so emotionally charged, your left brain will shut down. And the left brain is responsible for being level-headed and making decisions. Your right brain is responsible for your emotions. And so when you are desperate, and like I was, because I was working a dead-end customer service job, just the sight of the place made me nauseous to where I just really and truly had to get out of there. And I'd always been interested in nails, so when I got to that point, I was looking for a miracle. I saw an 8-week course, and I thought in 8 weeks I was going to be out, and my problems was going to be solved, and it was going to be smooth sailing in my new career. Okay? Of course, it didn't pan out that way, and I had to go back to customer service just to be able to live and take care of me and my son. Desperation. So if you are in a position to where you are coming to nails and you feel that, you know what, this is going to be your miracle, your saving grace, and you want to quit your job, please just calm down. I really want you to calm down and just give yourself some breathing room to be able to think rationally. Okay? Because in the end, you gotta eat, guys. You have to eat. You have to be able to take care of yourself. Okay? And so just don't be anxious about this. Don't think that you have to do it quick. Being a nail tech, there's a whole lot of demand for nail techs, guys. This nail art craze and, you know, people being all about their nails is such a craze, and I don't think it's going to go anywhere. It's going to be here. So there's a demand for nail techs. So you don't have to rush about trying to get a nail school. You don't have to rush about trying to learn stuff. Yes, you want to steadily make progress, but you don't have to feel anxious like it's going to pass you by. You know, you don't want to feel anxious like to the point where you're just making the wrong decisions left and right. You don't want to be desperate to the point where you're just quitting a good job that you got benefits and that's paying you well because you want to do this. No. Okay? No. Should you suffer? Well, that's, you know, I'm not telling you to suffer. And let me just not be a hypocrite. I have quit jobs without having another one. You know, I planned for it and I was able to do it. You know your own circumstances. Okay? But I feel safe in saying this to the majority of you all. No, don't do it. So, be calm about this. Be rational too. Keep a level head and things will be okay for you. So that was the first mistake. And I'm looking down because I want to make sure I hit all my notes here. The second thing where I made my mistake is no research. Just jumped right into it. Didn't research the school. Didn't talk to other nail techs to see what it was really like being a nail tech. didn't research the industry to understand what the career opportunities was. You know, I didn't do any of this. I just signed my name on the dotted line. And you have to do your own research. You have to take responsibility for this. I'm giving you guys information and sharing with you, but in the end, this is your journey. You're going to have to do your own homework or things, because it's going to affect you. Okay, that's what I did not do. So if you are about to go to nail school and you have not seen my video about that tells you things you should ask the nail school, go ahead and give me your email so that you can get some questions that I wished I would have asked the nail school before I signed up. Do your own research, guys. Number 3. I did not understand that being a nail tech was a business, that I was literally going into business. I mean, I had heard it, but it really didn't hit home that really what that meant. Okay, so let me just go into this real quick. Pretty much starting off, you're either going to rent your own space in a salon. You're going to rent your own space separate, where, you know, it's like an apartment. You find a spot and you claim that as a place that you're going to do nails. Or you're going to be an employee starting off as a beginner in the nail industry. Those are primarily the 3 options. Okay, unless you know, are going into your family has a nail shop or whatever. But those are the basic 3 ways. Now, if you are an employee, your employer is going to pay for, you know, your supplies more than likely. And they're going to tell you how they want things done. And they're going to tell you what services they want you to provide. So, you would be an employee. But if you are going to be a booth renter or rent your own space somewhere, this is a business, guys. I didn't understand that, and I had already decided that I wanted to go ahead and rent a booth in a salon. And so when you do that, all the responsibility, all the money to front to get your supplies and everything, that falls on you. Okay, I heard that, but it really didn't hit home. And at the time, I'm raising my son alone. So, you know, I did not give any thought to that. It just went right over my head. I just was like, whatever, I'll figure it out. Really? No, I didn't. So, if you're going into a shop or renting a space, even doing it in your home, it's a business, and you need to learn business. You need to learn how to own and operate a business. How to be profitable, how to market, how to pay your taxes, all that. And it's a lot to know. It's a lot to learn. You can learn it. I'm going to learn it. But that's something that you need to have in your mind that you have to learn. Nails is just more than just doing decorations and applying acrylic. And to really be successful, if you get that business part down, you can go ahead and find some talent. You can get the talent part. You can find your way talent-wise, even if you're just doing pedicures. But the business part is what a lot of nail techs drop the ball on and end up getting out of the industry because they couldn't get a handle on it. So, business. Get that in your mind now while you're practicing and learning the nail skills, that you have a lot more to go learn. The most important part, I feel, and that's the business. Okay, you got that. Next thing, number 4. I had unrealistic expectations of how long it would take, and again, how much money it would take. So I already covered the money part. Well, I'll go back to the money part, but let's talk about the time. You guys, 8 weeks, that's how long my course was. I didn't know any better. I thought that was all I needed. But I quickly realized that I was not ready to do nails professionally. I had so much to learn. And guys, you do. Not only just the business part that I talked about, but let's just stick with just the skills part. Learning nail skills and different nail techniques. It's said that it takes 10,000 hours to get to a professional level of anything that you're trying to do. At least 10,000 hours. That's a lot of hours. But that's what the time frame is. So don't get discouraged if your progress is slow, it seems, with what you're doing, whether it's acrylic or learning techniques. Give yourself some time to learn without pressure. This time right here, where you don't have a lot of clients, is the glory days. Because you think about it, you want that full book. You want them clients back to back. When will you have time to practice and learn techniques as many as you want? You're not going to have that leisure. So that's going to be an added pressure to balance learning new skills and balancing your clients. So this is a time where you don't have a lot of clients, where you can take your time. Myself, I'm giving myself I said I wanted to be in the shop by May. Probably won't happen. Who knows? I'm thinking if I give myself a solid year, the full solid year of 2017, to really hone in on my skill, to develop my skills and learn the business part of it, like really get my business plan solid and what have you, that I'll be ready. A year flies by like nothing now, guys. That's nothing. So invest in the long haul. Prepare yourself that this could take, if this is really what you want to do, 3 or 4 years to actually implement to where you're reaping the benefits of it. You know, a lot of people, myself included, are impatient to get those impatient. We want things quick. But that's not realistic. It's going to take some time, especially if you are just really starting off with nails. Okay? Some people, now there are the exceptions that get in here and they're popping like that. But for the rest of us, time is going to be needed to be invested. Okay. Talked about the money. I'm going to hit this again. How are you going to fund this? Let me tell you how I went about this. I said, okay, I get $5,000. I was getting about $5,000 income tax time because I was raising my son. This is what I wanted to do that $5,000. Have a savings from that $5,000 so that, if something came up, I could go get my savings. I wanted to go ahead and catch up on some bills with that $5,000. And a part of it, I wanted to go ahead and fund for being in a nail shop, for booth rent, buying supplies. Didn't work out, guys. $5,000 is nothing. Not to discourage you, but it's nothing. So you need to give real thought to how are you going to fund this, because as I said, as I talk to other nail technicians and I'm really taking notes and trying to prepare myself, first 6 months to a year, don't even look to pull any money from the business. Don't even look to it. You need to have that separate. How you going to eat, how you going to live, the money you're going to eat with, the money you're going to live with, pay your bills with. That needs to come separate. Don't count on any nail money to support you for the first year, maybe in the second year. Just depends. But you have to consider this. Unless you have a spouse who, and some of you are married and y'all come to that agreement that they're going to fund you and you're going to do your nail thing and however you guys work it out. But at least that's a goal. That's a plan. That's a plan that you have. I don't have that option. It's just me who works a part-time job. Okay? Who's trying to transition from that job to doing something in the nail field. Well, I already know I don't want to do nails 5-6 days a week. So I have to figure out ways to get my income outside of this job. You got to think about this. These are the big things you have to think about as you're trying to be a nail technician. And the last thing, reason why I failed and haven't, made real progress with this, I didn't understand goals, guys. Did not understand goals. How to set a goal and to achieve a goal. Had no clue. I understand now. Didn't understand. Didn't get it. Because if you think about it, unless somebody takes you by the hand and explains to you, how to do that, you don't know. I think about Will Smith and how he said his dad made them build a wall. Like, that's how he learned goal setting, by building a wall. We're going to build this wall, his dad said, and they worked on it steadily until that wall was built. When we are young, our parents make our goals. We follow what they say. We don't have much say so. At least I didn't have much say so. You follow what the program they want you to follow. School is the same way. Go to college, it's the same thing. I didn't have a clue about how to say, okay, I want this and I'm going to go ahead and get it. And this is how I do it. Didn't have a clue. And then I started studying on my own how to set goals and achieve them. So you have this desire, guys, to be in the nail industry, or any of your goals that you've made for yourself, or things that you want, and you're not going to get them if you don't make concrete plans on how you're going to go about it, the strategy you're going to use. When are you going to work on it? How many days you're going to work on it? Look up goal setting, guys. I plan on doing an in-depth video on goal setting, but to get you started, go ahead and just look up goal setting in Google. It'll tell you how to do it. And in the simplest way, you want something by a certain date. They say put a time frame on it. And you steadily work toward that goal. You start off wanting something and you work toward it. What you don't know, when you come across obstacles toward it, you find the answer. You research it. You ask others to keep going toward what you want. It's easier said than done. Okay? And think about all the things I've started and stopped because just obstacles, challenges. But it's the only way. It's the only way. Desires, it starts with having a desire. Goals turn desires into real things. That's how you get it. Step by step, steady by steady. Steady by steady. Step by step, and working steadily and steadily. And I always think about ants, guys. Whenever I start to get weary or tired or frustrated, I think about ants. Let me tell you, they will make an ant farm by taking 1 grain of sand at a time. 1 grain of sand at a time. Until it's done. So, those were my 5 big reasons why I failed as a nail technician. I failed to reach my nail technician goal, which is basically to make part of my livelihood doing nails. I hope you got something from it, and we can do this, guys. This is a brand new year, brand new slate. First thing you have to do is get clear on what you want. Get your desires from out of your head into a journal or a notebook. You'd be surprised at the power that this has. It will get you clear. I put down my thoughts, my feelings, frustrations. And when you do that, and you go back and read it later, you can start to dismantle and deal with the issues that you put in here. The frustrations toward it. Journaling about life in general is just very helpful. If you don't do it, I suggest that you just try it this year. You know, when your friend can't talk to you, you know, just open it up. Just pour your heart out. But specifically with this nail tech thing, you know, you got to keep it alive. Because like I said, it's going to take some time to get there. And it's going to be a lot of different emotions, discouragement, but you got to keep it alive. And one of the ways you do it is with this journal, you know, watching YouTube videos and doing whatever you can to nurture your desire, your dream to do this. Alright guys, I really hope that this video has helped you put things in perspective, gave you some things to think about with your own nail tech journey. How you're going to do things, how you're going to strategize to get to where you want to go. Alright. Look forward to making some great videos for you guys. We are growing so great. Thank everyone for subscribing and watching. You know, the comments, the love, the support. You all are awesome. And it's a pleasure to serve you guys. It's a pleasure to help. Alright. Until next time, guys. Take care. If you have yet to become a part of the family, please do so. If this was helpful, please like. And until next time.